In today's session, we will be continuing the problems on time response analysis. We will spare one more session on these problems, and then we will move to the next half module, that is about the errors. Okay, errors, types of errors, what are the error constants. So that we will be discussing in the next session. So today, one session we will spare on the problems. Okay. So this is the given question. For a system, g of s is equal to 15 divided by s plus 1 into s plus 3. So this is given to you, g of s. So what is g of s? It is open loop gain or forward gain. Okay, अगर आपका block diagram है, this is your block diagram. This is your input reference. This is your output, c of s, r of s, c of s. This is g of s. Forward gain या फिर open loop gain without the feedback, and h of s is the feedback again. So both values are given to you. It is a unity feedback system, and a g of s is given to you. You need to determine, see, no doubt what the previous session problems we have solved, it is a similar kind of a problem, but the terminologies used in the question, they are a bit different. So we need to understand the terminologies. Because of that, I have chosen this problem. You can say we need to find the characteristic equation. So in the earlier case, in the previous session, we have solved how to find the time response, that is a c of t. Then we have seen how to find this rise time, peak time, and maximum overshoot. So these values we have found. But characteristic equation, what do you mean by this? If you remember, in your differential equations also, you go for characteristic equations to find the roots. So ये जो denominator का polynomial जो आता है, that we call it characteristic polynomial or the equation. So that is the first question. Then you need to find the natural frequency and damping ratio, that is Wn and zeta. Then time at which the first overshoot occurs. So here directly they have not given you which time you need to calculate, either TR, TP, TS, right? Time at which first overshoot. So अगर आपका response ऐसे है, तो ये first overshoot होगा आपका. तो ये जो time है, this time you need to calculate, that is nothing but TP. So indirectly it is given here. TP you need to calculate. Then the time period of oscillations, कितनी देर तक आपका जो response है transient वो vary होगा, that is nothing but settling time you need to calculate. And this is one new term to you, number of cycles that the output will perform before settling down. So कितने cycles, कितने ऐसे repetitions होंगे, after that वो एक steady state को आएगा. So these are the things to be calculated. Let us move. First, let us list the data. G of s and h of s are given to you. So I'll go for the transfer function as usual, g divided by 1 plus g into h. So g is given to you, put it in the numerator, divided by 1 plus g into h. Unity feedback है, h of s is 1. So finally, denominator आपको simplify करना होगा. Take the LCM of the denominator, take this multiplication, I will get it here, plus 15. So plus 15. बाकी के सब जो terms हैं, numerator I have put it as it is. Denominator LCM I have put it as it is. So denominators दोनों cancel हो जाएंगे. You will be left with this term. Further, if you multiply these two brackets, you will get this. S square 3s 1s into 3. Okay, plus 15. So if you simplify this further, you will get this as the equation. ये आपका transfer function है, that is C by R for a feedback system. This is the equation. You can observe it is a second order system. Yes square है, तो जो भी highest power है yes का, that will determine the order of the system. It is a second order system. So what is the characteristic equation? Denominator में जो polynomial होगा, that will indicate the characteristic polynomial or the equation. So the first question we have answered. Characteristic equation is this. Now moving on to the next, I will compare just in order to find the natural frequency and zeta. What I will do, second order system ka standard equation we know already. While dealing with the second order systems for unit step input, we have taken this C by R is equal to WN square divided by S square plus 2 zeta WNS plus WN square. So ये आपका second order का equation है. So you can compare equation 1 and 2. If you compare, okay, compare the equations, you can see this is your omega n. Okay, don't consider this because यहाँ पर 15 है, यहाँ पे 18 है. Consider the denominator polynomial. It is a constant term. So take this WN square, that is equal to 18. Don't compare it with the numerator. Okay. So WN square is equal to 18 or WN is equal to root of 18. You got natural frequency. ये जो second unknown है, that is natural frequency WN. It is whenever we are calculating the frequency terms, you have to use radians per second. Okay, so it is rads per second. Going for next comparison, in between S ka polynomial, this if you see the characteristic equation in equation 1, S का coefficient 4 है, यहाँ पर S का coefficient 2 zeta WN है. Compare that. You can find zeta here. WN just now we have got. So what you do? Rearrange this equation 4 divided by 2 WN or find put the value of WN, you will get zeta. Zeta is a ratio. It is a damping factor, a ratio. It has no unit. You don't put any unit here because it's a comparative value. Going for the next, as I told you, directly they have not asked you to calculate the peak time. They have asked you to calculate, you can see the third one. You need to find the time at which first overshoot occurs. If this is your variation like this, first overshoot यहाँ पे होगा, maximum peak. ये जो time period है, theory में we have checked, we have seen, it is nothing but TP, peak time. Peak time is the time required for the response to reach the highest value, first overshoot. So that itself is your TP. We know the formula for TP, pi divided by WN root of 1 minus zeta square. और WN and zeta दोनों हमने calculate किया हुआ है. So substitute the values, you will get TP and it is a time. So put it in seconds. Then the fourth one, unknown, what is to be calculated? Time period of oscillations. So कितनी देर तक आपका जो response है oscillate होगा, this variation, till how much time? So it is nothing but your settling time. You need to calculate settling time. They have not mentioned in the question whether the tolerance band is for 2% or 5%. So let us go for both. So we have already seen in the theory what is settling time for 2%. I have mentioned it here. 2%, it is 4 divided by zeta WN. You can calculate, you will get 2.01 seconds. If you consider 5%, your formula will change. It is not 4, it is 3. 3 divided by zeta WN. Substitute the values, you will get this. So you can see settling time, अगर आपका 2% tolerance है, तो value 2 है. अगर आपका tolerance ज़्यादा है, okay, ज़्यादा variations allowed हैं, तो वो time कम है. The settling time कम लगेगा, obvious है. Now the last one, this is a new term to you. Okay, in the previous two problems we have not seen this. It is number of cycles. So कितना time लगेगा output को? How many number of cycles? How many oscillations are there before the settlement? Before the output gets settled, कितने oscillations होंगे? That is nothing but आपका जो settling time है, settling time multiplied by damping frequency. You need to do this. This is the formula you need to remember. Number of cycles that the output will undergo before it settles down, before it undergoes or before it reaches the steady state. That is equal to settling time multiplied by the damping frequency. So using this, WD is WN root of 1 minus zeta square and TS. Again, यहाँ पे TS हमने दो values calculate किए हैं, one for 2%, one for 5%. So let us go for number of cycles also 2 times. One time I will check for 2%, TS का value I have taken 2.01. I will get 7.5 cycles approximately. You can either make it 8 cycles or 7 cycles. It's up to you. Approximation. You can, because cycles cannot be in fractions. right? Full whole number चाहिए, so make it either 7 or 8. Similarly, directly I have written the answer here. अगर आप 5% को लोगे, okay, what should be the change while calculating? Instead of this 2.01, take 1.5. So if you do that, you will get around 6 cycles. Okay, this is the problem. The problem solution is similar what we have done in the previous session, but the terminologies used are different. That's why this problem has been chosen. So let us go to the next problem. So in today's session, we will complete the problems on time response analysis. Okay, a positional control servo mechanism having the forward path transfer function g of s is equal to this. So g of s is given to you here. So g of s is given. Check it here. It is 1 plus 2s in the numerator. Denominator a bracket 1 plus 0.2 yes. Okay, it is not 0.25. This term is yes. This has to be compensated by a rate feedback as shown. You can see the structure. You have got two feedbacks in this figure. ये तो inner loop है. Okay, its feedback is this. Yes into KT. KT is one constant gain term, you can check. And you have one more feedback which is having the unity feedback value. H of S is 1 here. What do you need to calculate? Estimate a suitable value of KT. That's what यहाँ पे जो gain value है इसको find करना है. So that the system has a resonant peak MR equals to 1.3. So resonant peak, just quickly recall, in the previous session we have seen what is a resonant peak. Two formula we have seen to find the resonant frequency. This is the formula. To find the resonant peak, this is the formula. Okay, it is not MP, it is MR, the peak value at resonant frequency. Okay, ये formula important है हमारे लिए. For now, MR is equal to 1 by 2 zeta root of 1 minus zeta square. Fine. So MR is given to you. So we will have to make use of that formula. Estimate the resonant frequency. दोनों calculate करने हैं हमको. KT का value find करना है. MR is given to you. And the resonant frequency, that is WR, you need to calculate. Okay, let us move. Okay, you can observe I have simplified this block in this form. In the given block diagram, we have two feedbacks, but in the solution, the first step what I have done is I have reduced this. We have already seen in the block diagram reduction techniques how to remove this loop, feedback loop. Go for the transfer function. Transfer function is the forward gain divided by 1 plus, क्योंकि ये negative feedback है, 1 plus forward gain into the feedback gain. So ये formula use करके I have got this. See, you can write, you can see here I have simplified it for the inner loop. G divided by 1 plus G into H. G is this. ये already आपको दिया है in the question. G of S is given here. Okay, so I have taken it as it is. Divided by 1 plus G into H. Inner loop के लिए what is the feedback gain? S into KP. So I have used that G into H. Simplify this. You need to take the LCM here. ये numerator तो as it is I have kept. Denominator में take the LCM. This will be the first term into 1 plus remaining term 10 into 1 plus 2s into s into KT. So this is your second term divided by the LCM. So these two denominators gets cancelled. You will be left with this term. Or further I have simplified, I have multiplied here. Or simplify as it is also you can keep. You can multiply and keep, or as it is the bracket, because even if you solve here one more time we need to go for formula. That's why better to keep it as it is. So this is your gain value if you remove this feedback inner loop. तो ये आ गया. Further one more time we can reduce, transfer function find कर सकते हैं. इसका जो feedback है 1 है, ये आपका g of s हो गया. New g of s, you can take g dash. So removing this feedback loop, the transfer function is g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. h of s 1 है, unity feedback है, you can see ये 1 है, so I have not taken anything. Further simplify this, numerator को as it is रखो, denominator, let me take a different color, denominator cross multiply. This is your denominator term, multiply it, you will get it here. This is your 1 into this denominator term plus this as it is divided by the LCM. So LCMs gets cancelled. You will be left with न्यूमरेटर में आपको 10 into bracket 1 plus 2s आएगा, डिनोमिनेटर में ये टर्म आएगा. इसको मैंने फर्दर सिंप्लीफाई किया है, you can see how I have simplified. I have simply multiplied the terms, s square plus 0.2 s cube. Okay, simplify किया है ब्रैकेट ओपन करके. आफ्टर द ओपनिंग ऑफ द ब्रैकेट I have clubbed all higher powers at one side. अभी यहाँ की आप यहाँ पे चेक कर सकते हो, s square की कितने टर्म्स हैं, 2 टर्म्स हैं. So that I have clubbed it here, s square, and s cube एक टर्म है. Then es का टर्म 20s, only one I guess, no, one more you have. Yes, here also, yes, so 2 terms. So I have taken all the yes powers same जो हैं वो सभी terms एक जगह करके I have simplified it further. I have got this. You can try by yourself. ये जो denominator factor है यहाँ पे, this one, इसको आप simplify करो, पहले multiply करो. After multiplication, club all the same yes power terms at one place. You will get this, what I have highlighted. Further, आप देख सकते हो in the denominator polynomial s cube का coefficient 0.2 है. I don't want this. I want 1 as the coefficient. उसके लिए take 0.2 outside common. So if you take 0.2 common, you will be left with s cube plus ये जो 1 plus 20 kp है as it is. यहाँ पर 0.2 नहीं है, so divided by 0.2, क्योंकि 0.2 हमने कॉमन लिया है. फर्दर अगर आप इसको अंदर लोगे 0.2, दोनों कैंसिल होके you will get this back. Plus this 20 plus 10 kt as it is. You don't have 0.2 term here क्योंकि 0.2 already हमने common लिया है. That is divided by 0.2 plus 10, no 0.2 here, so again divided by 0.2. So this is what 0.2 taken common. So ये ऐसे होगा 1 divided by 0.2 taking common into bracket this. Okay, ये जो 0.2 है I have clubbed it here. न्यूमरेटर में ये जो 10 है, 10 के साथ 10 divided by 0.2 I have taken it at one place. Why I have done this all rearrangements? Why taking 0.2 common? Because I want this s cube coefficient to be 1. अभी आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे s cube coefficient is 1. So now tell me, observe the equation 1. What is the order of the system? After these many problems, you should be able to tell me what is the problem, the order of the system. Equation 1, the power of s is the highest power, it is 3. तो ये जो सिस्टम है इसका ऑर्डर, it is not second order, it is third order system. Okay, हमने स्टडी नहीं किया है third order system, but somewhat we can assume few things. How? Yeah, ये जो equation 2 है, this is for the second order system. Okay, थर्ड ऑर्डर के लिए भी सिमिलर, अब देखोगे इफ यू सॉल्व इट इज फाउंड दैट यस का कोएफिशिएंट एंड द कांस्टेंट टर्म्स ऐसे ही होंगे. ओके, So keeping that, we can continue further. No need to again go for third order system. Derive करके करने की जरूरत नहीं है. We will be taking a similar kind of equation for our use for the problem solving. So it is a third order system. Yes का power 3 है. So I have compared here again. I have directly taken Wn square क्योंकि ये जो last term है that will be the constant. You can see डिनोमिनेटर में फर्स्ट आपका यस क्यूब है, कोएफिशिएंट 1 है, देन यस स्क्वायर कोएफिशिएंट, दिस इज द कोएफिशिएंट, देन you have yes, it had this is the coefficient, and last one will be the constant, so that is Wn square. So just assuming that even your third order system will look in a similar manner, I will simply take this last as the constant, Wn square, 10 by 0.2. You can simplify, you will get it around how much I have got, root 50, that is 7.071. And as I said, yes का जो coefficient है, just like the earlier case, it will also be similar to 2 zeta Wn. अगर आप third order equation लोगे, okay, into yes, coefficient 2 zeta Wn ही होगा. So I have compared it, 2 zeta Wn is equal to this coefficient of yes. Okay, ये थर्ड ऑर्डर सिस्टम है तो आपको स्टैंडर्ड इक्वेशन फाइंड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, सिमिलर एनालिसिस करके इट इज फाउंड दैट द यस का कोएफिशिएंट जो है इट विल बी सिमिलर टू 2 zeta Wn, एंड लास्ट वन जो है आपका कांस्टेंट Wn स्क्वायर होगा. So with that analogy we can take this Wn square directly as the constant and yes का जो coefficient है that. Now if you see here, Wn just now we have got, first thing is we need to find what is Kt, that is unknown to you, but यहाँ पर zeta भी unknown है, तो इसको further हम proceed नहीं कर सकते हैं. We cannot proceed it further because two things are unknown to you, Kt as well as zeta. So अभी हमको zeta find out करना है. This is given thing to you. Mr is given as 1.3. You can check in the question. See, Mr is given to you. Resonant peak value is given to you, so I'll make use of that equation. Resonant peak जो equation है, which in the previous session we have seen the formula for, Mr is equal to 1 by 2 zeta root of 1 minus zeta square. So इसमें अगर Mr substitute होता है तो you can find zeta. How you can further proceed? I will simply rearrange the terms. 1 divided by 2 into 1.3. I will take all constants to one side. Zeta into root, I will take it in the LHS. Just rearrangement. Next step, root को eliminate करना है तो square कर दो दोनों तरफ. You'll get zeta square into root will cancel, whole square. So the square is 0.1479. Further, take the multiplication, zeta square minus zeta raised to 4. ये जो constant है इसको left hand side में लेके आओ. Simple mathematics है, rearrangements है. You got one equation here, और ये highest power क्या है इस equation में? I'm now finding the zeta. Okay, highest power is 4. So fourth order system है ये. So just for simplification, what I will do, I will take zeta square as y. Okay, maybe this kind of technique you might have used in quadratic equation solutions. जब root powers आपके 3, 4 हैं, so you take this technique. So you take zeta square is equal to y, then y square minus y plus this is equal to 0. तो आपका ये इक्वेशन जो है क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन में रिड्यूस हो गया, टू रूट्स. तो go for minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. I'm using the formula. So find the value of y. I have got obviously ये quadratic equation है in terms of y. Zeta के लिए 4 roots आएंगे. However, y as it has got two values, you can see I have got two values. इसको simplify करो, 1 plus divided by 2, 1 minus divided by 2. Okay, two values you will get. Y का value इतना है, but what is y? We have assumed that y is equal to zeta square. So reverse, go for y equals to zeta square, or zeta will be root of y. So आप इसको root कर दो दोनों का value, you will get two values. So zeta is not one value, we have to work with two values. So आपके जो unknown है kt, you will get two values. एक zeta के लिए 0.9052, another zeta value 0.4248. So I am considering here two values, one for 0.42 and one more for 0.90. Okay. इफ आई टेक 0.42 फर्दर इसको सिर्फ रीअरेंज करना है आपको. zeta is known to you, wn is known to you. I have substituted is equal to RHS. सिंप्लीफाई करो, ये मल्टीप्लीकेशन आपका 1.2 होगा into 0.2. ओके, मल्टीप्लाइंग तो इक्वल्स टू दिस. और rearrange the terms, 10 kT is equal to value or kT is negative. Second, if I change zeta to 0.9052, क्योंकि zeta की दो वैल्यूज आए हमको यहाँ पे. Actually we should have got 4 values as I told you, fourth order है, but 2 values are enough for us because we have taken zeta square is equal to y or zeta will be root of y. So it is kT multiply into 0.2, you will get this is equal to 20 plus kT, or kT you will get it as minus 1.743. So this is the first unknown. You need to find the kT value. In order in this problem, first thing we have calculated, you can see in the question, you need to find the value of kT. This is the kT value, that is gain. With the help of this MR is equal to 1.3. See, with the help of this MR, which is equal to 1.3, the formula we know for resonant peak value in the previous session we have seen. With this we have found zeta. Okay, zeta के दो values आएंगे आपको. So since zeta have two values, even kT will have, comparing this, kT will have two values zeta के लिए, one for 0.4248, one more for 0.9052. So kT value we have found. Next is we need to go for resonant frequency. So WR is equal to WN root of 1 minus 2 zeta square. This formula also we have seen in the previous session. What is the difference with this and damping frequency? It is equal to WN root of 1 minus, it was simply zeta square. Here it is 2 times zeta square. That is the resonant frequency. WN we have just now got root of 1 minus 2 into zeta. We have got two values. Here we have got two values. So first time I will take 0.9052. So if I calculate, I think I will get a negative term in the root. Okay, so imaginary aayega, J term. So I'm not considering this. Okay, you cannot have the resonant frequency imaginary. Okay, practically speaking, for any circuit, your resonant